Hello, welcome to my Enhancement 9 video. I'm just gonna walk over the objectives. So for the first part, the HTML validator isn't working. So um, we're just gonna use this website as a different source. As you see, it's valid. I couldn't find a CSS validator that seems to work. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So when I try to validate CSS, for some reason it gives me an error for not having my that's the work. CSS. Somehow giving me error. But when I check this at the local CSS validator, it seemed to work, but there is a problem with the site right now. Oh, it's working. Let's see if it works. It wasn't working before. The site cannot be reached. But, yep. Not sure what's wrong with that. But it worked on the local CSS validator when I checked before. So as far as the images are concerned, so they're both sized correctly. Oh, what's wrong? So if you check the images, so the thumbnail images are not more than 200 pixels, and the image for the main image is not more than 500 pixels. So for the objective 2, so the functions that I used are on the vehicles model. So two functions that deals with images. So it's the classifications. So here get vehicles by classification. So what I did was I did a join of the inventory and the images tables so that I can query the inventory ID and get the right image in the image table for that corresponding inventory ID. And what I did was, since these are for the primary, the thumbnails, or the images that are gonna be stored on the call this classifications or the navigation, I set them so that it will take the image primary tag 0. So if you check my images, so I tagged some of them 0. So that's the TN that I'll use for the navigation. So there's one problem that I encountered because there's two thumbnail images for one of the vehicles as part of the requirement. So what I did was I just marked one of the thumbnails as 0 and one of the thumbnails as 1, so that it will only show one thumbnail on the navigation. So when I didn't mark it correctly, it was showing two thumbnail images for the Lamborghini. So, but that was fixed. So yep, that's I think for the next requirement. A function. They are the functions are obtaining the images from the image table. As you see, there's a join for the vehicle inventory and images table on the get vehicles by classification function, and on the get vehicle functions that I have, it's also a join from the images and inventory tables. So we have a and it works. So you see, it queries the images, and if you check the sources, it's all coming from the images table. So function to extract thumbnail images to the related to a vehicle. So I have that here also. It's called get thumbnail images. So I used the like command. So what I used is to get all thumbnail images is to get all that has the keyword of TN. So we all know that the TN are the thumbnail images, and if the inventory ID matches what the inventory ID on the image is, so for example, this one has an inventory ID of 3. If you check my table, there's 2 thumbnail images with that inventory ID. So actually 3. So this 1, 2, and 3 images. So what I did was I just want the one that says TN on it, so it queries to the inventor and the Wrangler thumbnail. So it queries it, so it works. Objective. Yep, I think that's it. I really had a fun time doing the SQL queries and making it all work. The CSS, I kind of made it different. For some reason, I can't make it go to the sides, but as you see, they zoom in when clicked. So what I had them designed to go by row on the top. So instead of going on the left side. Personally, I think that's better, but another part of it was me just not being able to do it from the left hand side. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you for watching. Happy Black Friday.